all the fans, neapolitangal here. Well, over the last several months, I've been considering starting this grocery budget. And basically how I am planning on doing this grocery budget, which I think is going to be a really great idea, and it would really work for a lot of households like ours that have a very slim grocery budget. And this is how to finally make a grocery budget stretch. Now you see I have all these different items here. I've got canned goods, cleaners, I've got your pasta and rices, condiments, paper products, personal care products, frozen goods, animal care. I have left out cereal and dairy and produce, blah de blah. Okay, so just for the sake of everyday stuff that can't really perish on us, and the items that we seem to spend most time buying, that's what this segment is about. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to set this video up, and then I'm actually going to make my first effort this week after payday to start doing this. The biggest thing you really should do when you decide to start this is to sit down, write out everything that you normally buy. Cereal, stuff for your kids for lunches, your lunches, dry goods, anything that you normally would have in the house, maybe not all at one time, but you would like to start stocking your pantry. And this is also a great way, especially when you live in hurricane zones, this is a great way to start getting yourself ready, for example, for if you have a power outage, if grocery stores are out for a while due to power outages and such. This is a great way to totally bypass that for a while and make sure you're stocked up without breaking the budget every freaking week. Okay, so next slide. How to make and stick to a grocery budget. The first thing you want to do is this. Make a list of the items you always buy. Like I said, put these items into categories, just like I had on the front page. Make your list digital on your phone. If you have an iPhone, you have a thing called Notes. Your Droid products also have the Drive and Documents. Put them on there if you need to. It isn't that hard. So make your digital lists on your phone. You can start off with your lists on paper, complete them on your phone, or do them on the computer in those programs that either iCloud.com or Drive, and that way you've always got them with you. Decide on an amount each week to spend on each week's category. Now, you can almost always find a BOGO or buy X amount for this amount of money. Dry goods, you can also find them on canned goods. So decide if it's going to be 10 or 20 bucks each week that you're going to go spend at the store. And, set yourself up for that. Decide how much you're going to spend and go for it. Number 5, stick to it. No reason to set a budget if you ain't going to stick to it, correct? Correct. Okay. You miscounted weeks and categories. No, not really. I just wanted to show you there are many categories that you'll have to contend with. Now, there are a few categories that are not negotiable and therefore don't belong on the list like this. Baby and toddler needs, pet necessities, medically necessary items, also your dairy products and eggs, cereal if your family goes through a lot of cereal, the items that maybe your kids use for school lunches, things like that really can't go on a budget list. Make those a part of your normal grocery habits then. But the pictures I had on the first slide were just there for show to tell you, okay, if you really think about it, these are the items that you're buying all the time. And what this is really wanting to do is to get you motivated to, okay, so I'm walking through the store. Okay, I know I've got $100 to spend on groceries, but I've set aside this $10 over here for this other stuff. Okay, so you have your regular grocery budget minus that week's minus the items that you could actually categorize like this and do without for a week or so, because you're buying them all in bulk in one shot. Keep an eye on sales. I use an app called Flip. I've actually showed you guys that app before on my phone with a video. With this app, you can see which stores have your items on sale. This will make your budget stretch farther. Especially keep an eye out for BOGOs that are decently priced, and buy quantities for this price, and etc. Now let's go back to the BOGOs for decently priced. Now you guys have also heard me on my Walmart versus Publix video that there is also a some of these stores like Publix charge twice as much sometimes for a product and then give it as a BOGO. It's like, okay, well, you've just tricked me into buying 2 at the Walmart price and getting something for free at your price. And so keep an eye out for that stuff. And what I like to do is, okay, from where I work and where my home is, I have 2 Publixes, an Aldi. I can sort of stretch it out to a Lucky's grocery store and a Walmart. If I fan out just a little bit more, then there's a Winn-Dixie. Actually, yeah. And and what's the other one? Lucky's, Aldi's. I guess that's it. So, but I have all those grocery stores at my disposal between work and home, and that's a very small area, actually, believe it or not. So it really does behoove you, if you do also have that same plethora of stores around about, to pull up that app and see who's got what on sale, and keep an eye on those sales. So if that way, if you have to, go ahead and buy some stuff, and just with your normal budget on the other side. But weed out items that are that you only need to buy here and there. Things like detergents, bath soap, shampoos, toothpaste, etc. Only you know what you go through and how fast. Rotate these in every 6 weeks instead of every 4 weeks. Also, for items like brand name toothbrushes and toothpaste, visit Dollar Tree if you have one in your area. They carry all that brand name stuff. I can get 2 tubes of toothpaste in there for $2. The Crest 3D White that my guys like to use. And I'm still nearly $1 ahead by buying them there. I bought a was it Oral-B or Crest toothbrush, manual toothbrush, in there a while back. So, you go into the Dollar Tree, and stuff like aluminum foil you can get in there at a decent price. You can buy cleaning supplies in there. Some cleaning supplies, you just don't need the brand name stuff. You can go in there and buy it for $1 and get the same size bottles. When I was a kid, we used to use a product called Cinch and Spick and Span both. And you can get them in the Dollar Tree, full-size bottles. In fact, I'm an Uber and Lyft driver, and I keep those in my car for just in cases. And I think one more. And how do I begin? Set your budget amount, $10, $20. List your amount on each list. Obviously, some items will cost more than others. So, canned goods, you can maybe get away with $5 on a week for canned goods. That canned goods week, where that is if it's a BOGO week, or like a 10 for 10 or something like that. On other items, obviously you're gonna need to make it a little bit bigger. Like when it's your detergent and soaps week, you may have to make that 20. Make your categories. Keep your dated and numbered list only at all times on your phone. I cannot stress that enough. You have a miniature computer at your disposal. Make use of it. And be honest with yourself on what you think you'll need that month, and try to stick with it. Remove any items that would be impossible to stick to. And that's basically it. But I can't stress this right here enough. If you have stick-to-itiveness, you'll always have food in your house. You can even work in a meat category in there if you don't mind frozen meats. You can work in meats in there someplace. Combine two categories if you need to. Whatever it is that you need to do to get your family's food budget under control, do it. You can even, I've even considered, like, during our, when we get our income tax refund, to actually take and get a gift card with a set amount of money on it for the, to use, so that I've got a food budget if we're low on monies. I actually have what's called a Bluebird card that I got from Walmart that you can load with. It's just a debit card with American Express on it. You can load it at Walmart, but you can spend it anywhere that takes American Express, and use those for your household budgets. So if you're going through your household budget, and let's say you're going to stick with the $10 a week for these items. So on that card, when you get your income tax refund, if it hasn't already been totally spent, if you get a big enough one, put $520 on it. If you want to give yourself a little bit bigger boost, put $1,000 on it. If you're able to, when you get your income taxes done. I know other times of the years that's not that easy to do, but if you begin at the first of the year, you can put that kind of money on it, do it. And then lastly, if you have money left over at the end of the year, carry into the next year, add to it, or have your little bit of Christmas buffer there. Also, start a Christmas club. If your family always has money troubles like mine, start a Christmas club. Add to it. If you're going to do $10 a week, but you could do $20 a week with your shopping budget, put the other half of that. Make it 20. Put 10 on your card. Put 10 in the bank. Or go ahead right off the top with your income tax money. Put $500 on the card for this type of spending. Put $500 in for your Christmas club, and then add to it throughout the year. But things like that will definitely help you as you go. It'll make your pocketbook feel a little bit better when you're actually shopping. And, well, that's all I really had to say this evening. Y'all have a great one. Neapolitangal out. I'm going to go drive Uber, make a little extra money. And I'll see y'all next time.